except that you gotta feed them. You gotta shoe them and clothe them and try not to loathe them. Bug them and hug them and eat them. Being a dad can sure make you mad. Man, it sure can drive you crazy. It's as hard as it looks. You gotta read them dumb books, and you end up despising Walt Disney. Being a dad starts to get radical when they turn into teenagers. You gotta tighten the screws, enforce the curfews, confiscate weapons and pagers. Just as long as they don't defy you, they'll treat you like a king. They'll believe anything. They're easy to frighten and lie to. Being a dad, that's the sing-along part. Being a dad, let me hear you in the Colston Hall. Being a dad, one more. Being a dad can make you feel glad when you get paperweights and aftershave lotion. Yeah, it feels pretty great when they graduate. That's when you're choked with emotion. But being a dad takes more than a tad of good luck and divine intervention. Desperation's the father of invention. So sometimes you take off for a few rounds of golf, and you stay away for half of their lifetimes. The result of it all is you're captured and hauled off before a tribunal for dad crimes. Being a dad, sing it with me, everybody. Being a dad, and the lover. Being a dad, being a dad. Being a dad can make you feel sad, like you're the insignificant other. Yeah, right from the start, they break your heart. In the end, every kid wants his mother. Big finish now. Being a dad. Well, Peter warned you there's going to be lots of dad songs tonight, and some mom material too. Here's a country song. I went to the morgue today to see you. I knew you'd end up there right from the start. The coroner, he told me you died from natural causes, a guilty conscience and a broken heart. You should have thought about our sacred marriage, the vows we made, the promise ne'er to part. The tag they tied to your big toe, it tells the awful story, a guilty conscience and a broken heart. A guilty conscience and a broken heart. You sure got your comeuppance for your crimes. A guilty conscience and a broken heart. That combination does it every single time. Now you're dead, it's too late to be sorry. You made a move that wasn't very smart. Little did you know that when you dumped me, you'd get a guilty conscience and a broken heart. They pulled back back the sheet and I ID'd you. Seeing you so blue gave me a start. Then they slid your body back into the deep freeze. Now you got a frozen, broken heart. A guilty conscience and a broken heart. You sure got your comeuppance for your crimes. A guilty conscience and a frozen, broken heart. That combo batter does every single time. You like country music? That's nice. We're out here in the Wild West. In fact, maybe I'll sing a country and eastern song for you. I was raised here in Westchester County. I was taught at a country day school. We were richer than most. I don't mean to boast, but I swam in the country club pool with a father from Hewlett, Long Island, and a mother from Tifton, GA. During the war in the Marine Corps, they met and then married one day. And I was raised here in Westchester County. My brother, my sisters and I. Oh, our dad went to work every day in New York on a train in a suit and a tie. I remember those coming out parties where us country club kids had our fun. Steal a kiss, Copperfield, off a girl in high heels. Oh, we all came in our cummerbunds. I was raised here in Westchester County. Tennis courts, golf courses galore. By the country club pool, at the country day school, I learned manners and oh, so much more. I remember those big Sunday dinners. Around that dining room table we all sat. Carved a turkey, a ham, a roast leg of lamb. Dinner finished in 10 minutes flat. I was raised here in Westchester County. I was taught at a country day school. We were richer than most. I don't mean to boast, but I swam in the country club. In the country club pool, yeah. She was trying to get him to talk to her. While they were doing the deed, he said, baby, I'm the strong and the silent type. She said, that's not what I need. Please do not speak softly, she said. When carrying your stick, he said, action can speak louder. He said it don't do the trick. She was all over him in the hair. He said, baby, you don't understand. Just about once a night I'm alright. Oh, I'm not much of a morning man. I'm not quite awake yet. I could use a cup. She said, how about a loving spoonful, darling? The other night she was biting him while they were doing it in the dark. He said, what are you, some kind of a vampire? She said, I just love to leave my mark. Maybe it's a tendency. I hope it's just a phase. Can't be too careful, people. With these diseases these days. She's trying to get him to spank her. She said it feels so fine. He said, I'm not that kind of a man, baby. That's where I draw the line. And then she said, you can draw the line there. You can draw a circle, you can draw a square. I don't mind a parallelogram. Just put your pencil there. I don't mind a round boy, darling. Just put your pencil there. Very much it's called He Said, She Said. Some of this water instead of just look at it. I'm going to sing you some. You know, Peter mentioned the fact that we both sport pens in our pockets, our breast pockets. Well, I don't know about him, but this thing is for signing autographs. I don't write songs with this pen. I sign autographs with this pen. This is a Sharpie. After the show, we're having a big CD signing party. I'll be there. So I'm going to do you some songs from the new CD, Last Man on Earth. I know you're saying, I got it, Loudon, I don't need anything. I got it. But do you have a signed backup copy? Because shit happens, you know? You split up with the old lady, she takes the last man on earth and leaves you with ABBA's greatest hits. You're in hot water. Don't stay out anymore. No more coming in past 4. Most nights he turns in round 10. He's way too tired to pretend. Sure, you might find him up a tree, but if he is, it's just a pee. Some nights he's awake till 2, but that's just 'cause he's missing you. He's lying there and missing you. He don't sleep late anymore, up like a farmer 4:30. When that sleepy sun pops up, he's halfway through his second cup. And his day's work is done round 2, that's when he starts missing you. 2:45, it's time to nap. He always says no nap, I'm crap. His motto is no nap, I'm crap. Guess he's just set in his ways. He does the same damn things most days. And there's 7/24 hours a week, with lots of downtime, so to speak. But he hardly glances at the clock, since his routine is carved in rock. Man's a machine, what can he do? Keep going, though he's missing you. Keep right on going, missing you. His teeth fall out, so does his hair. But in his dreams you're always there. A jewel in his unconscious mind, a miracle of precious find. But in the end he's all alone. He wakes up and his jewel is gone. There's a heaven and he knows it's true, but he's back on earth just missing you. And it's hell on earth just missing you. Back where he started, missing you. Sit at a desk and you squirm in a chair, and you stretch out on a couch, you can fall asleep there, but you lie in your bed and you try not to think. You put on your bathrobe and you stand at the sink, and you look into the mirror and you unplug the phone, and you reread the letter and you're living alone. You clear out a closet and you listen to a clock, and you wipe off a table and you pick up a sock, and then you put up your feet and you stand on your head, and you hear what you did and you regret what you said, and you gaze at a snapshot and wait for the tone, and you talk to yourself, yeah, you're living alone. Yeah, you're always alone, but you just didn't know it. You tried living with someone, but then you had to blow it. And if there's one thing you've learned after living with her, it's that you're not the man now that you never were. So you turn up the heat and you fight off a cold, and you thumb through the Bible as you sit there on hold. You're your own boss, you can do as you please. You open the window and you let in a breeze. You sit down to dinner, yeah, you cooked your own. You light a candle, you're living alone. Think about her and how did it end? The cleaning lady has become your very best friend. You're back in your hometown, you're living in fear. You wonder where has he been and why is he here? You're watching the reruns of the Twilight Zone. Your life in a nutshell, you're living alone. Yeah, well, you were always alone, but you just didn't see it. You tried being someone's baby, but you just couldn't be it. And if there's one thing you learned after all of it, it's that you're usually fired before you can quit. What you need is a dog, some goldfish, or a cat, a boa constrictor, and a laboratory rat. The end is at hand now, and you have the means, a roll of toilet paper, and the right magazines. Your parents are dead now, and your kids are full grown. You're 55 now. You're 55 now. You're 55 now. You're living alone. probably thinking 43. Funny, 58, this guy says. Security! Well, of course, a fellow of my advanced age tends to ponder what lies beyond. This song is called Heaven. There'll be lots of drinking in heaven, smoking and eating and sex. What you didn't do in this life bad for you will be totally cool in the next. In heaven there'll be beer for breakfast, at lunch it's tequila and wine, and the soup served with dinner is made with paint thinner, and the morning hereafter feels fine. Good behavior won't get you to heaven. It's Beulah land, that's where you're bound. But nobody makes nice up there in paradise. When you get up there, then you get down. And the angels have ashtrays in heaven. St. Peter puffs on a cigar. That's right, smoking's allowed. It's what makes all those clouds. And you don't have to sit at the bar. Great. And they eat all day long up in heaven. Nobody ever gets fat. No, not 1 calorie. And the ice cream is free. It comes in a pint, quart, or a vat. And it's just one big orgy in heaven. Nobody ever says no, and it's front, sideways, back, and you start to lose track, but you don't lose your get up and go. There'll be lots of drinking in heaven, smoking and eating and sex. What you didn't do in this life bad for you will be totally cool in the next. In heaven there'll be beer for breakfast, lunch at sambuca and wine. The gazpacho with dinner is made with paint thinner, and the morning hereafter feels fine. I can hardly wait to die. Okay, well, I'm going to tune my guitar a little bit. So, here's a song about someone other than myself. Yeah. Occasionally I write these topical songs about other people and things. And here's a song about a swinging chick called Tanya Harding. It's slowly through the recesses of your memory, it's coming back. You know who Tanya Harding is? Or, yeah, she still is. She got famous about 1994 when we were all preparing for the Lillehammer Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway. She hired somebody to mess up the competition's knee, and she got caught at it. But, you know, it's that American thing, man. Win at all costs. I love it. And, you know, and then And she's gone on. She was in a martial arts movie. She threw a hubcap at one of her husbands. She was recently, she's always in the news, and she was quite recently on that show that started over here with that redheaded woman, Missing Link or Weakest Link or whatever it's called. Tanya was on with Kato Kalin from the OJ trial and Jennifer Flowers, who used to have oral sex with Bill Clinton. I mean, you know, what a rocking threesome that was. So I got a crush on her, what can I tell you? You knew she was in trouble when you saw her bodyguard. When you saw those two together, you knew it wasn't hard to see that she was different, not just one of the girls. With their gliding and their sliding and their pirouettes and twirls. Then it turned out that she smoked and drank and posed practically nude. And she didn't smile all the time. She got angry and was crude. No, she wasn't goody two-skates like all the other girls. With their grinning and their spinning and their winning little twirls. And her childhood was unhappy. And her mom was really weird. Her husband liked to hit her, but it was poverty she feared. 'Cause she grew up in the trailer parks, not like most other girls. With their gliding and their sliding and their whirling little twirl, yeah. Yes, they all look like princesses, little Barbies to the core. But she was your parents' worst nightmare. The slut who moved next door. From the wrong side of the tracks, she liked the boys more than the girls. And they're gliding and they're sliding and their girlish dainty twirls. And it seemed like she was lying about what she didn't know. And then she started crying. And the media sideshow, and in practice she kept falling down more than the other girls. With their gliding and their sliding and their picture-perfect twirls, and they almost towed her truck away. The whole thing was a drag. Forget about Campbell's Soup and Reebok. Wheaties or the Flag, oh yeah, they'll be books. She'll make some money. That's what they're after, all these girls. With their selling, kiss and telling, and their twisted little twirl. So play the national anthem. Stand up proud and tall. Oh, we hope that ours don't stumble and that theirs slip and fall. And remember old Corbin. What happens to these girls? With their triple flips and axles and somersaults and twirls. Ice used to be a nice thing when you laced up figure skates. Now it's a thing to win a medal on for the United States. But once there were no lutzes, axles, pirouettes, or twirls. Just giddy, slipping, sliding, laughing, happy little girls. Here's a song about a girl. Wrote this when she was 14. That's quite an age, 14. Right, Sophie? About my daughter Martha. She's about 25 now. She is 25 now. Maybe 26 in a couple of weeks. And she came to live with me in New York. I'd split up with her mom when she was very young. She came to live with me in New York when she was 14. And it almost killed both of us. got to know each other. Long ago I hit you. We were in the car. You were crazy in the backseat, and it had gone too far. I pulled you all over. I hit you with all my might. I knew right away it was too hard, and I'd never make it right. I was aiming for your buttock, but I struck your other thigh. You had on a bathing suit right before our eyes. Suntan skin turned crimson where the hand had hit. And my palm stung from hitting you so hard that I hurt it. Against the law in Sweden, charges can be filed. Here it's all too common. A parent hits a child. On your face I saw the shock, and then I saw the pain. Then I saw the look of fear, the fear I'd strike again. Then I saw your anger, your defiant pride. Then I saw one teardrop, the rest you kept inside. I said I was sorry, I tried to clean the slate. But with that blow I'd sown a seed, I saw it was too late. These days things are awful between me and you. All we do is argue like two people who are through. I blame you, your friends, your school, your mother, and MTV. Last night I almost hit you, and that blame belongs to me. Long ago I hit you. We were in the car. You were crazy in the backseat. It had gone too far. I pulled you on over. I hit you with all my might. I knew right away it was too hard, and I'd never make it right. Well, I must say you're extremely well behaved. Want to hear the man that couldn't cry? How much you give me? I'm getting rather mercenary at my old age. There once was a man who just couldn't cry. He hadn't cried for years and for years. Napalm babies and the movie Love Story, for instance, could not produce tears. As a child, he had cried as all children will. But at some point, his tear ducts ran dry. He grew to be a man. The feces hit the fan. Things got bad, but he couldn't cry. His dog was run over, his wife up and left him. After that he got sacked from his job. Lost his arm in the war, was laughed at by a whore. Still not a sniffle or sob. His novel was refused and his movie was panned. His big Broadway show was a flop. He was sent off to jail, you guessed it, no bail. Still not a dribble or drop. In jail he was beaten. bullied and buggered and made to make license plates. Water and bread was all he was fed. Not once did a tear stain his face. Doctors were called in, and scientists too. Theologians were last and practically least. They all agreed, sure enough, this was sure no cream puff, but in fact an insensitive beast. He was removed from jail, placed in a place for the insensitive and the insane. He made lots of friends, and he played lots of chess, and he wept every time it would rain. Once it rained for days, and it rained for the nights, and he cried, 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 and he cried. On the 41st day, he passed away. He just dehydrated and died. Well, he went up to heaven, located his dog. Not only that, he rejoined his arm. Down below all the critics, they took it all back. Cancer out the whore of her jar. His ex-wife died of stretch marks. His ex-employer went broke. Theologians were finally found out. Right down to the ground. The prison burned down. The earth suffered perpetual drought. Surviving Twin from the new CD. How fortuitous, what a wonderful quest. This is a song about me and my dad, Loudon Jr. He died in 1988. He was a very formidable fellow. He was a journalist, songwriter, wrote a great song, and many songs. Just an all-around guy. We have the same. He gave me the same name, which is a kind of twisted custom. And then he sent me to the same boarding school that he was miserable at. That was twisted too. I mentioned the ring. This ring I'm wearing. I have one of these. I gave my son Rufus one of these when he graduated from his boarding school. The beat goes on, man. Let's keep screwing them up. And what else? Oh yeah, the beard motif. My dad had a beard the last 20 years of his life. And, I used to have beards a lot in the 70s when I was hiding. And they were red, lustrous. And about 2 years ago, I decided to stop shaving, and my beard is kind of white now. And then people started to say, "Wow, you look just like your dad." I shaved. But not before I wrote Surviving Twin. Last week I attended a family affair, and a few remarked upon my recent growth of facial hair. You look just like your father did with that beard, someone said. I answered back, I am him, even though my old man's dead. I didn't want to be Well, at first I did, but I loved and looked up to him as a little kid. He sent me to his old school, I was a numeral with his name, and he gave me this gold signet ring, and he wore one just the same. And I guess that I believed him, and probably it was true, when he told me I was just like him. That's what some fathers do. But a father's always older, and my dad was rather tall. Who says size doesn't matter? He was big and I was small. I needed to be big enough to be someone someday. And I learned I had to beat him, and that was the only way. I learned I had to fight him, my own flesh, blood, bone, and kin. But I felt I was just like him. Can a man's son be his twin? First we fought for my mother, that afforded little joy. When he left, she was heartbroken, and I was still their little boy. But I started to get bigger, and to win the ugly game. When I made a little money, and I got a bit of fame. I saw how this could wound him. Yeah, this could do the trick. And if I made it big enough, I could kill him off quick. But how can you murder someone in a way that they don't die? I didn't want to kill him. That would be suicide. I got frightened and I backed off. I let up. I was through. And in the end, he did himself in. Usually that's what we do. I'm alive and he is dead. Neither of us won. It's spoiled for the victor once the vanquishing is done. A man becomes immortal through his daughter or his son. But when he fears his legacy, a man can come undone. And the beard is a reminder of a living part of him. Although my father's dead and gone, I'm his surviving twin. Although the old man's dead and gone, I'm his surviving twin. I'll play that song that he wrote. He wrote this song in 1952. You got a car, a wife and gal downtown. You got a place to lay your body down. You got money in your pocket. You can eat around the crust. But a man is just a handful of dust. You take the best of everything I got and take it all. Still want I don't know what. But you're a star about to tumble, a balloon about to bust, and a man is just a handful of dust. with sin ain't already sin. You get thunder in your loving and lightning in your lust. And a man is just a hand full of dust. White winos? Coming up. Oh, I do need extra money for that. I'm gonna get to that one. There's some bomb material for you now from last night already. Mother liked her white wine when she was alive. She was desperate to live, but her limit was 5. Carefully I'd kiss her and send her off to bed. We always stuck to white wine, we stayed away from red. Always stick with white wine, stay away from mother. Liked her white wine, she'd have a glass or two almost every single night after her day was through. Sancerre, Chardonnay, Chablis, Pinot Grigio, just to take the edge off, just to get the glow. You got to take the edge off if you wanna get. Mother liked her white wine, she'd have a glass or 3. We'd sit out on the screen porch, white winos, mom and me. We'd talk about her childhood and recap my career. When we got to my father, that was when I'd switch to beer. When we got to the old man, and I'd always switch to mother. Liked her white wine, she'd have a glass or 4, each empty bottle of dead soldier. Marriage was the war. When we blurred the edges, when we drank a lot, that's when I got nervous, when the glow got hot. I always get nervous when the glow gets hot. I still like my white wine, and I'll have a glass or 2. When I'm down, I'll drink some whiskey. It's something I shouldn't do. And every now and then I'll take a drop of red. When I'm with a woman that I want to take to bed. When I'm with a woman that I want to take to bed. Mother liked her white wine when she was alive. And she was desperate to live, but her limit was 5. Carefully I'd kiss her and send her off to bed. Thank God we stuck to white wine and we stayed away from mother like a white wine. When you were alive, I was never alone. Somewhere in the world there was something called home. As long as you lived, I would be alright. There were reasons to win and incentives to fight. Smoking again. I thought all that was through. was 7 when I sang you Rosin the Bowl there in Aunt Mary's kitchen, and I don't guess I know, but it's why I've done this for all of this time. But now playing and singing seems a game or a crime. People have called to find out if I'm fine. I assure them I am, but I'm not. It's a lie. They say in the end your good friends pull you through, but everyone knows my best friend was you. Hey, I've gotten some help. I guess I was afraid. You suppose something will happen when someone is paid. But I am getting better. Once again, I'll be strong. After all, listen, I'm singing this song. When you were alive, I was never alone. Somewhere in the world, there was something called home. Now I feel like I'm homeless, but I will be alright. I'll get through the day. I'll face down the night. Somebody asked for this. Thank you. This summer I went swimming. This summer I might drown. Held my breath and keep my eyes and go, for God's sake. This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned. Held my breath and keep my feet and I move my arms around. Move my arms around. I got it. This summer I swam in the ocean. I swam in the swimming pool. Saw my wounds, chlorine my eyes. I'm a self-destructive fool. I'm a self-destructive fool. Clap your hands. Hey! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! This summer I did the backstroke, and you know that that's not all. I did the breaststroke and the butterfly and the old Australian crawl. Old Australian crawl. This summer I swam in a public place in a reservoir to move. At the latter I was informal. At the former I wore my suit. I wore my swimming suit. Clap your hands. This summer I did swan dives and jackknives for you. Once when you weren't looking, I did a cannonball. I did a cannonball. Hey, this summer I went swimming. This summer I might drown. I held my breath and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. I moved my arms. Clap your hands. Swimming song. All hell's broken loose here at the Colston. This, I hear this plaintive voice for "Be Careful as a Baby." Thank you.